They said to watch out for bandits, but the road's been clear so far. Or maybe they just don't want to deal with a centaur like me. I guess for once I'm lucky that so many humans think we're violent. Wait, what's... Oh. Oh! Oh dear, how horrible. Hello? Are you alive, little human? Oh, I hope I'm not too late. Ah! You're awake. You look like you're in awfully bad shape. Do you remember what happened? So there are bandits along this road after all. Well, lucky for you, I keep a first aid kit in my saddlebag. Just 1 second. Well, yes, I am a centaur. Are you just noticing my lower half? I suppose I can't blame you, poor thing. It looks like you got a pretty nasty blow to the head. Don't worry, I'll get that bandaged up, along with the rest of you. Here, you can rest your head on my legs while I take care of you. I take good care of my coat, so it's nice and soft. Now, before I wrap up each wound, I'm going to have to disinfect it with some alcohol. I'm afraid it will hurt a bit, but I promise it will pass soon. Shh. You're doing very well. Just hold on a little bit longer. There we go. That takes care of your head. I'm just going to go over your body and find any more cuts to dress. Oh, you're surprised that I'm so gentle? I suppose I shouldn't have expected you to be any different. I'm sorry. What I mean is... Well, I do understand that humans have spread around the idea that centaurs are violent. So it's not really your fault for being misinformed. But it does make me a little bit sad when I hear people talk like that. I'm more or less a pacifist myself, so it can get frustrating when humans assume that I'm a warrior or that I have a short temper. Oh, listen to me, burdening you with my problems when you're the one that's hurt. Speaking of which, you've got a bad gash on your arm here. Okay, I'm going to use some more alcohol. And then the gauze and bandage. While I'm looking you over, may I ask what you were doing on this road? I know it isn't completely barren, but it doesn't see as much use as the other roads recently. And it certainly doesn't get patrolled as much. Probably why there are bandits here in the first place. Ah, I see. Well, you're in luck. I was just coming from there, and I didn't see any bandits. Not that you'd be a target anymore, given that you've already lost everything, poor thing. What about me? Well, I was... Oh, hang on, one more cut. Let me just... Shh. You're doing great, you're doing great. Anyway, I was headed to the next town over. I know the main road is faster, but there are just so many humans there. The way some of them look at me is... there I go again. Anyway, I think I've gotten everything. Let me just go over everything one last time. Your head, torso, right arm, left arm, right leg, and left leg. I think you're all patched up. Of course, you'll want to get checked out by a proper doctor and get a lot of rest. I passed a couple of groups of humans on the way here, so if you wait here a little while longer, I'm sure they'll be able to help you. Take care. What? What's wrong? You don't think they'll help you? Oh, don't be silly. I mean, who would just ignore someone in such desperate need as yourself? I'm sure they'll be willing to help you to the next town at the very least. Really? You've already been passed by. That can't be right. Maybe they didn't see you? Oh. They actually crossed to the other side of the road to avoid you? That's horrible. I don't know what to say. But I guess I can't just leave you here if I can't be sure that somebody else will help you. Here, can you climb onto my back? I hope riding on my back isn't too uncomfortable. I don't wear an actual saddle, of course, but that cloth will hopefully work as a substitute. While we're walking, maybe I should explain why I wanted to leave you there for someone else. I promise I don't see you as a burden. I'm in no rush to get to where I'm going, and it's nice to have a travelling companion. It's just that I know how people are going to react when they see us together. Yes, just like that. I don't even have to hear what they're saying to know what they think. I'm sure that they think I'm the one that did this to you, despite the fact you've obviously been tended to, and that I'm even carrying you on my back. If I thought you'd be just as well off as somebody else, I would rather have avoided those stairs. I hope that doesn't sound selfish of me. Oh, don't worry too much about it. I'll admit it's unpleasant, but I'm quite used to this sort of attention. In this part of the country, humans don't cause us centaurs much trouble. Partially because they fear us, and partially because there are laws in place to protect us. I just can't seem to stop going on these rants. Please, tell me, how are you feeling? I imagine you're still in pain, but is there any extreme pain or lightheadedness? That's good. Your wounds looked mostly superficial to me, but I just wanted to make sure. I think you'll be feeling much better after a couple days' rest. I have enough money to pay for a room, at least at one of the inns in town. What are you apologizing for, all of a sudden? I told you, it's really no trouble. Oh. You mean for earlier, when you thought that centaurs weren't gentle? Well, thank you for apologizing, but it's really not your fault. It's not anybody's fault, I think. I'm sure you've never spoken for long with a centaur before. So, what else can you rely on except for what you were told? It's not your fault that you are lied to. And it's not the fault of the people who told the lies, because they were lied to as well. As far as I know, the rumors started thanks to an infamous group of Centaur bandits. I don't think there was ever a point where anyone thought that what they were saying was untrue. But it means a lot to me that you're worried about my feelings, when you're the one who's been so badly hurt. You must be a very kind person. It looks like we're almost to town, so hopefully we can get you a bed to rest in very soon. After that, I'll go find a doctor to come and visit you and some food to eat. No, I couldn't possibly ask for anything in return, especially since you were just robbed. Besides, I think you've been too active this whole time. Let's take some time to just focus on healing, okay? We can figure out what comes next once you're feeling better.